Cuda.com and the game of the week landed on campus at St. Paul's, where the Crusaders welcome in the Greyhounds from Gilman. Booker Corrigan and Ty Zanders here to call it for you. Ty, let's talk about the magnitude of this matchup.
Only 2 games left in the NYAA season means a whole lot. St. Paul's can get a better playoff position by winning this game, but Gilman, too, fighting for number 2 seed. Means a whole lot, always does. Love seeing these two teams play in May.
And with these two great teams going at it, let's take a look at some of the folks we're going to need to keep an eye on for the Gilman Greyhounds.
Tyler Rule and Max Green are the 2 playmakers for the Gilman Greyhounds attack. Green is an outside shooter. Rule is a lefty who can do a whole lot. Midfield, William McBride, I think, is one of the better playmakers out there. Chase Campbell has turned into an excellent cover man. And also Thomas McBride in cage, headed to Gettysburg, has had an excellent year. You know, Gilman, they have mostly 1-year starters in goal, and he is one of the better guys they've had in the last 5 or 6 years.
And for the St. Paul's Crusaders, it all starts at the face-off logo with Mike D'Amelio and midfielders Greg Luzon. They've done a great job alongside Alex McGovern this year. Defensively, Travis Wood and Michael Mayer are the standouts, along with A.J. Fradkin. And then on attack, Mikey Wynn doing the lion's share of the scoring in their big games this year. First quarter brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs, locally grown, nationally known.
Sit down.
And there you see A.J. Barretto and Thomas McBride shaking hands, the 2 goaltenders in this big one. Cuda.com and the game of the week. D'Amelio going against Emila for the opening faceoff. D'Amelio is going to take the bulk of the faceoff for St. Paul's. Gilman runs more of a committee. D'Amelio rakes it back. Possession St. Paul's. And a raucous crowd already. Number 6, Mikey Wynn, comes up with it for the Crusaders.
Be important for St. Paul to set the tone early. They're coming off that hard OT loss where I think, you know, McDonald didn't play that much better than St. Paul's. You know, overtime can go either way. St. Paul's going to get a few goals to start the game, and that'll go a long way.
Shot by McGovern never makes it. John Sims has a break here for the Hounds. Morrill tries to go down low to Max Green, and he's matched up by Travis Wood. Great check by Wood there, forces the bounce pass. Riley DeSmit handles it, pushes it back to Green. Chase Whittick now up top, isolated, right to right, split dodge. Under move by Max Green. Tries for the nifty little underside, can't get it, but does assist me in winning the race to Nifty. Still has possession. Pass into the crease, and A.J. Barretto comes up with it. Ty had to do it too.
That's all right, Book. I think Max Green maybe forced that cross crease feed a little bit. He's more of a shooter, and I think they'll probably defer to guys like Rule and Morrill to be their assist guys.
Now it's McGovern behind the cage, guarded by Jack Halpert.
2 guys that will actually play together at North Carolina in a few years. Nice matchup there. Halpert and McGovern both have very strong spring campaigns.
And that's a dive play, goal waved off. Quick restart. And you see Peter Brown hunting the ball coming out of the midfield. That Brown family is known for their ability to assist on clears. And that's a vital role.
Yeah, their ability to get from, you know, the 30-yard line, the opposite 30-yard line, restraint line to restraint line is unbelievable. Those Browns have always been speedsters.
This is Will McBride, now pushes it across the top. Andrew Gemma. Ball behind with Tyler Rule. Nice roll dodge by Rule. Ball pops up. Max Green opportunistic, but just wide. First quarter here, 9:14 remaining. Gilman in their road blues, St. Paul's home whites. McBride right to right, draws the slide from McGovern. Shot goes wide. First quarter brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs. Make sure you investigate their top prospect camp for rising 8th and 9th graders. The Baltimore Crabs Lacrosse Club, locally grown, nationally known. Inside play shot. Max Green gets it blocked. AJ Barreto is on it right now. Keeps it at nothing.
Really young offense for the Crusaders, but they've played beyond their years, it seems. Only 1 or 2 seniors that play significant roles. So you got to think they like their chances next year, but they can definitely make something happen here in mid to late May.
This is Liam Anderson. Opportunity to feed here, lefty. Gets it up top to Greg Luzon. Sweep by Luzon, shot. Oh.
And there's a senior. Good job fighting to get his hands free.
It looked like Thomas McBride had that. He tracked it well, but it just ticked off his stick. Went in, and it's 1-0 Crusaders. 7:51 remaining first quarter.
I think the face-off X is a place where Gilman may be vulnerable today. Not that they're bad at that area, but other teams certainly have a leg up at the face-off X in the Hounds. They have that 1-2 punch of Previs and Emila, younger brothers of 2009 MLA champions, Harry Previs and Dave Emila.
Mikey Wynn left-handed, rolls back for his right hand. Guarded by Barger. Flip play, here's Flagg. Little fake flip there. Flagg still coming around. Swim move at the even spot. That's a crease violation. Oh, he gets a push. No. He pointed. Okay.
He pointed about
Did he point the wrong
2 different
way?
ways. I think that was
towards Joppa Road. And it's going to be Joppa Road ball here. Great speed move by St. Paul's Henry Reel. No dice on the shot. McBride comes up with it, gets it to the open Michael Knudsen. Underneath Sims shot, saved Barreto, and Barreto's tracking the ball real well so far.
I think he's gaining confidence as he goes on this year. He split time with Hunter Pearl. And he really is gaining confidence as a goalie. He's a sophomore. You know, that bodes well for the future. Have to be impressed with the work of the Gilman short stick D middies.
Shot by McGovern goes wide. Number 37 today for St. Paul's, Mitch Gordon. Casey Powell went back into retirement, and Mitch Gordon is now wearing number 37, listed in your programs. Flagg inside, shot goal! Great little finish! And as I speak of Mitch Gordon at the 5:44 mark, St. Paul's goes up 2-0. First quarter brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs.
He's a freshman!
out to take this face-off for the Gilman Greyhounds. Pulls it out. Little pinch and pop. Errant pass to Halpert. Comes up with it, goes back to McBride. And once again, McBride gets it to Brown. Brown maintains possession like all of his older brothers do. It's a family tradition. Chris Walsh gets it back to Rule, and now it's Brown. Shot by Will McBride, shot first goal of the game for the Gilman Greyhounds, 2-1 at the 5-minute mark.
He's a very creative dodger, and that's really a goal you'll see a whole lot from McBride. I don't think he knew what he was doing, but it worked out. So
quick roll with a quick goal. 2-1. Crusaders still in the lead. Great first quarter, and you can thank the Baltimore Crabs for their sponsorship again of the CUDA Game of the Week. Barger pushes it all the way back. And now McBride. Chase Soup Campbell gets it up to Garrett Pfeiffer. I've been very impressed with the play of Garrett Pfeiffer this year. Very steady. Tyler Rule up top gets a step on wood. St. Barretto. And this is Bennett Moore.
Moore's a guy that college coaches absolutely adore. Usually when you're a junior and have skills that he does, you're usually committed. But he's still looking around, and teams are drooling over him. He's a high Division I talent.
Opportunity on the inside for Greg Luzon. Ball never made it to the cage. Rebound corralled by Knudsen. And now it's with Tyler to Cool Rule. Will McBride straight up top. Power dodge. Ball off the stick of Walsh. And Barretto has it and will clear, but not before getting a little whack by Tyler Rule. Straight down the middle. McBride equal to that, and it's back in the stick of Peter Brown. Cooper Brown, Cotter Brown, Peter Brown. And once again, the Browns just don't turn the ball over.
They're too fast to keep up with.
Walsh up top. Little outside roll by Walsh. Opts against shooting it. And this is Whittick up to Riley to Smith.
It's a fun midfield to watch because I feel like they have two natural attackmen. It's really hard to go from being attackman to being a midfield. It's a completely different plethora of dodges you're using. But they've played phenomenal so far, Whittick and Matthews.
Rule inside feed to Max Green, and we're just knotted at deuces. Everybody knows how you end up knotted at deuces.
Day after chili cook-off. Had a few chili cook-offs.
First quarter brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs. Check out their top prospect camp as Mike D'Amelio still doing work at the face-off dot.
I believe that we will win. 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 I believe that we will win.
Mason Witzler pushes it. And this is Alex McGovern. Tries a swim move, Ball knocked free, but he gets it back. McGovern with the gritty ground ball. McGovern left-handed, a little crazy Ivan there on the left side.
So many great defensemen and attackmen in this league. I think Campbell's matchup with Flake is a very strong one.
McGovern shot hits the leg of McBride, well positioned. And Gilman comes up with a loose ball. Little transition op. And Walsh looking for the trailer the whole way. Feed makes it over to Max Green.
Physical D by Wood there. That's Moore, sorry. Saw the three, got excited.
Andy Matthews, number 12, is going to go for a spin behind the cage, inverting against McGovern.
Another pair of future Tar Heels, club teammates.
Comes up with a loose ball, and that'll do it for the first quarter, brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs Lacrosse Club, a tremendously well-run crab feast tournament in the summertime, and of course their top prospect camp. Thank you so much for the friendly support of the Baltimore Crabs Lacrosse Club, locally grown, nationally known.